Hello and welcome. My name is Lady T and this is Lady T's Tasty Treats. My channel is all about international cuisine. And today we're going to make a delicious pot of pinto bean soup with Christmas leftovers. I soaked a bag of pinto beans overnight with 2 tablespoons of baking soda. I rinsed the beans this morning and I rinsed them, let it soak again for another 2 hours, and I drained the water, rinsed them again. I'm working with a 5 quarts pot. I placed the beans in the pot and I added 4 quarts of water, and it's been cooking for 2 hours. Checking the beans for doneness. They're still a little hard, which is fine, because what I'm going to add to this delicious pot of soup is 1 leftover ham bone from Christmas dinner. I have a half white onions, because I also am going to add some baked onions also to the pot of soup. So we have 2 different types of onions. And this onion was left over from Christmas dinner. I wrapped it in some foil and I put it in the roaster along with the ham. So I'm going to gently add the onions. Got a little splatter. I'm not quite ready for the carrots and the cooked onion. I cut up 2 small sweet potato, 4 sweet bell peppers, the mini bell peppers. And I diced 4 potatoes that was baked. I'm going to stir this in a pot. I'm cooking the soup on a medium-high temperature. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of granulated garlic powder, a tablespoon of salt, and that's pink Himalayan salt, and a half a tablespoon of black pepper. I'm going to gently stir this in. And the ham bone is going to give the bean soup a delicious smoky taste. There were no cloves that I added to the ham, because usually I add clove to ham. The clove penetrates throughout the entire meat down to the bone. I'm going to place this on top of the pot with a ladle. And the reason why I do that, so it won't boil over. I measured out 1.5 cups of all-purpose unbleached white flour. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and I'm going to cube it. And this is cold butter. I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And mix it together. I'm going to cut up 5 chives into the dumpling mix, because I'm making dumplings. Using some shears. And about 1/2 inch. I'm going to get a fork. I'm going to smash the butter into the flour, incorporating the butter into the flour along with the salt and the chive. I'm going to make pea-sized balls. I have a cup. Well, I'm going to just use a half cup of water to start out. Just work the flour in, roll it around. Add a little bit more water. About 1/4 of a cup. Flour reacts differently to the temperature, and it is damp today, so that's why sometimes I may use all of the water and sometimes I don't. I think only using 3/4 cup of the water today. It's good and sticky. Work it in. I like playing with dough. It makes me happy. We're gonna set this aside so we could rest, and we'll be able to form our dumplings. Put a cover over it. You want to taste the soup? Stir it. Make sure you have enough seasoning. A teaspoon of salt. I don't want it too salty. Another teaspoon of garlic powder. Ooh. And let this cook for about 20 minutes. And I'll check on it. Put the lid back on. Put the lid back on. I'm going to add 1 package of badea sazon. It's been 20 minutes, so I'm going to check it again in 20 more minutes. And it has this one doesn't have any MSG. I'm here, I'm checking on the soup and stir it. I added the sweet potatoes and carrots. And I formed my dumplings. Just took the dough and roll it into a ball. And you see the specks of chives. It's going to be delicious. And I'm going to cover it because a crust is beginning to form. I'm going to just cover it. I cut up pieces of ham into chunks, adding it to the soup. It's been half an hour. Stir this in. It's gonna give this flavor, delicious flavor. Vegetables and beans, the seasoning, flavor of the ham. It's going to be delicious. Taste. Oh, the sazon gave it such a good flavor. The soup is coming together so beautifully. Cooked and creamy. So good. I'm going to add the leftover cooked onions, and it smells so flavorful. It's going to add a different dimension to the soup. I'm going to add the dumplings with chives. Roll them. Have to make some room. and a pot of soup. When these are done, they'll float to the top. Gently stir it, because we don't want the dumplings to break. Put the bone in the middle. I'm going to add my potatoes with the skins on. All these need to do is warm up because they're fully cooked. Isn't that pretty? Mostly leftovers. I'm going to tilt the lid. My friend gave me this bottle of homemade Haitian drink. It has raisins. It looks like coquito. I'm gonna try it. It has cinnamon and it has Psalms 91. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. But it is so thick. Cheers. It's creamy. Ooh, I could taste the Haitian rum. I think I'm gonna add some ice to the glass. But it is delicious. It reminds me of Pancha Cuba. Pancha Cuba is made in Curacao, the ABC Islands, Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. It's the last change of islands in the West Indies in the Caribbean. A delicious pot of homemade soup made with Christmas leftovers. How delicious. And I'm gonna give this a taste. And I'm going to have this with a delicious brown bread that's made by B&M. Let's get some. Dumplings. Delicious. Thank you for joining me today. I'm making a delicious pot of soup with Christmas leftovers. And if this is something that you enjoy watching and learning from me, give me a thumbs up. Come along and join my cooking adventure. Give me a like. Hit the notification bell so every time I upload, you'll be notified. Share. And happy holidays to your family. And my name is Lady T, and this is Lady T's Tasty Treats. And may God bless you.